subscribe, and ring the bell to never miss an update. A freshly brewed cup of tea is always in style. An outdated wet bar, not so much. Today on Lady Mary Bath, I will show you how I have transformed this forgotten space in my living room into a coffee and tea paradise. The wet bar originated in the 1950s and 60s, and of course it's evolved over the decades. By definition, it is a space near your living area that is equipped with a sink and running water, an area for bottles for the purpose of serving alcoholic drinks. When we moved into our home in the mid-90s, we thought it was fabulous, and we displayed our Waterford Crystal stemware and decanter collection with sterling labels. And after the first party or two, we realized that it really wasn't that useful, and we closed off the doors and it became a dust collector. We even stored things in the sink. And a few years ago, we decided to transform this area, and it is now the most used and enjoyed square footage of our home. I'll show you the changes we made to create a more purposeful space. First of all, we removed the bifold louver doors. That way we would never close it off again. And it actually visually extends the size of our room with the mirrored backing. And then we added deeper, thicker glass shelves for all of the tea accessories. And we removed the green marble Formica, which was definitely out from the 90s, and the stainless steel sink, which we really never used. That gave us more counter space. And we painted the walls with a sort of a marbled Italian faux painting look. And we utilized some small glass accent tiles that are actually meant for a bathroom and placed trim around the edges. And it was that easy to transform this once neglected space. The glass shelves allow for great storage for part of my tea collection, and it allows me to have the essentials close at hand. And you'll notice the design pattern in the center. I have the tallest object and then accompanying items to the left and right. And on either end, I have placed a teapot with two coordinating teacups stacked. And that way I have everything that I need to serve my guests. And I like to feature some of my fun items that I can transform at a moment's notice. And this is a vintage American cut glass bonbon server with a sterling silver Gorham Strasbourg bonbon spoon. And I could place some chocolate truffles or anything else interesting if I have guests that pop over. And I like to use things for purposes other than the intended. And this is a Waterford Crystal butter dish for butter pats, and I have a collection of these that I use as tea coasters for tea bags. And I could also serve chocolates or nuts in these. In fact, these are sterling silver nut cups, hand engraved with my initial, and could use these just about for anything. So not only do I get to showcase some of my favorite tea items, but I can also utilize them and don't have to look for them. I have a collection of miniature Waterford sugar and creamer sets. Those are very practical if you just have a couple of guests that you're serving. The Waterford Lismore biscuit barrel with the lid is really a great piece for Walker shortbread, especially when you have company. And a silver-plated tea caddy for loose leaf tea. And one of my favorite pieces is a vintage copper wheel etched sterling silver lidded dish. You could fill that with just about anything. And you'll see that I have different textures and sheens here, cut crystal and silver along with pottery and porcelain. And that adds lots of interest to our coffee tea bar. Within this relatively small counter area, we're able to fit so many tea supplies and a Keurig machine. Let me show you all of the operational area of the coffee tea bar. I chose a Keurig in a sandstone color to coordinate with the design, and it's perfect for brewing, of course, K-cups, and it also dispenses hot water for tea. And my husband enjoys his coffee several times a day with the Viller & Buck Cellini white mugs. So I do keep a nice supply of those right here. The coffee and tea essentials are kept tidy on this vintage octagonal Florentine tray. It was a flea market find in Saarlouis, Germany. And of course, my favorite Mariposa napkin box with interchangeable weights. And this is holding my spoons. It's actually a museum collection piece from Waterford Crystal, a replica of the boat bowl. And inside I've placed some hotel silver demi-tasse spoons. Those I found at St. Christopher's resale just the other day. 9 spoons for $7. What a deal. And for sugar, I have everything kept tidy inside this vintage Waterford Crystal sugar shaker. And my husband enjoys powdered cream with his coffee, so I have utilized a Goodwill find for that. And I placed some deliciousness here in the Waterford Crystal Overture bowl. These are cocoa dusted almonds from the Copper Kettle Chocolate Factory, and I'm serving these with a Gorham Strasbourg sugar tongue, and that actually works quite nicely for something like this. I like to keep some useful and pretty items on my tea bar. This is a tea strainer, which is important when you're serving, even from a teapot, loose tea, because it might seep into their teacup. And I enjoy serving wrapped candies in this beautiful sterling silver topped dish. And another tea strainer. This you could actually put right into the teacup. Isn't that fun? That's from England. And this, I don't know if you can see the detailing. This is hand engraved with a map of England and all the cities. It's exquisite. This came from the London flea market, and I so enjoy looking at this. And these are just some fun elements that I feature in my coffee tea bar. Well, you know that my cabinet is full of tea underneath, but I do show a couple of options here on the countertop. This is a Wedgwood Earl Grey that is lovely. And one of my very favorite teas of all times is the Harrods Flowery Earl Grey. My friend brought that back from her trip to London, and I've so enjoyed it. So this is with tea bags, and these are loose leaf. And that gives us an option for guests. You probably recognize this topless teapot. I've used it for florals and other purposes. And even though we offer demi-tasse spoons for stirring coffee and tea, I do like to have larger teaspoons at hand. This is the Gorham Strasbourg Sterling pattern. And I have a couple of more tea strainers. This is a commemorative one that I found at an antique shop in Dallas years ago. It commemorates Queen Elizabeth's 1953 coronation, and it's got a beautiful crown design here with a cross, really special. And then here is another tea strainer from England that's silver plate. And as a decorative item and a purposeful plate, I have this Reed & Barton tray. I found this at the Guild shop years ago for $30 and took it to my silver engraver, and he hand monogrammed in the center, and I just love it. I can serve with this platter or simply use it for display. I prefer to store the K-cups on a multi-purpose item. That way I could use it for something else. This is a Waterford Crystal ballet ribbon design 2-tiered crystal server with a silver-plated handle. And I know that many people are not fans of K-cups. My husband enjoys his coffee, and if we have an overnight guest and we haven't yet served breakfast, they can help themselves, and if it's easier for them to use a K-cup, then I'm all for it. I want to make things easy on my guests. There is great storage underneath in the cabinets. I have tea trays and lots of extra teas. And in the drawer, I keep tea essentials. These are coasters for tea bags. It looks like I already have a collection going. I do pick them up at estate sales, antique shops, wherever I go. This one's hand painted. And I like to keep things close at hand. Here's a Waterford Crystal pie server in case we do have something larger that we're offering guests. A very practical tea ball. And one that my daughter enjoys, this is from Fred Company. It's a manatee where you put the loose leaf here and it hangs on your cup. Isn't that fun? And bottle coasters and small dishes for nuts and truffles. And then of course the all-important silver-plated pastry server for scones. Creating a coffee and tea station can be done in many ways, whether it's a rolling cart, a section on your kitchen counter, or butler's pantry. You can pull together the items that you will need to create this wonderful space, and you are not out spending money at a local coffee house. It's affordable and convenient. Thanks again for joining Lady Mary Beth. Elevate your everyday and always take time for coffee and tea. Thanks for joining Lady Mary Beth. Please hit like and subscribe. I hope to see you next time for more lifestyle tips.